Everybody is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. Two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the universe. Coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. I have no special talents. I am only passionately curious. If a cluttered desk is a sign of a cluttered mind, of what, then, is an empty desk a sign? The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. Peace cannot be kept by force, it can only be achieved by understanding. Black holes are where God divided by zero. The best way to cheer yourself up is to cheer somebody else up. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. A ship is always safe at the shore, but that is not what it is built for. I never made one of my discoveries through the process of rational thinking. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. Science without religion is lame, religion without science is blind. Pure mathematics is, in its way, the poetry of logical ideas. Intellectuals solve problems, geniuses prevent them. The human spirit must prevail over technology. All generalizations are false, including this one. Excellence is doing a common thing in an uncommon way. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the fundamental emotion that stands at the cradle of true art and true science. Our task must be to free ourselves. By widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature and its beauty. Any man who can drive safely while kissing a pretty girl is simply not giving the kiss the attention it deserves. When you are courting a nice girl an hour seems like a second. When you sit on a red-hot cinder a second seems like an hour. That's relativity. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. Never memorize something that you can look up. There comes a time when the mind takes a higher plane of knowledge but can never prove how it got there. Human beings must have action, and they will make it if they cannot find it. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. Logic will get you from A to B, imagination will take you everywhere. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Creativity is contagious. Pass it on. In the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity. The only mistake in life is the lesson not learned. I have only two rules which I regard as principles of conduct. The first is, have no rules. The second is, be independent of the opinion of others. You can't use an old map to explore a new world. I must be willing to give up what I am in order to become what I will be. Intelligence is not the ability to store information, but to know where to find it. The mind that opens to a new idea never returns to its original size. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. Knowledge and ego are directly related. The less knowledge, the greater the ego. We cannot get to where we dream of being tomorrow unless we change our thinking today. Genius is making complex ideas simple, not making simple ideas complex. Experience is knowledge. All the rest is information. I don't need to know everything, I just need to know where to find it, when I need it. Gravitation is not responsible for people falling in love. When you trip over love, it is easy to get up. But when you fall in love, it is impossible to stand again. Love is a better master than duty. The man with the greatest soul will always face the greatest war with a low-minded person. You can't blame gravity for falling in love. In a world where you can be anything, be yourself. Not everything that counts can be counted, and not everything that can be counted counts. Be the best loved who have contributed most to. What is right is not always popular, and what is popular is not always right.